and welcome to CLK Creates. I'm CLK, Candice Kitchen, and here I talk about my crafting adventures consisting of knitting, crochet, cross stitch, quilting, and maybe a little bit more, but predominantly those. Thank you for the returning viewers that keep coming back and have subscribed, and welcome to the new viewers who are here to see what I get up to. So this episode will be primarily about Stitch North 2023, both weekends. I was an attendee at the first weekend, and I was a vendor at the second weekend under my business name, I Can So Make That. So I will be telling you about both and showing you little clips and stuff over my voice here and there. So, watch the screen because, things will pop up. As you can see, there is no quilt behind me today. I had a little bit of an incident. Our Monday Women's League for baseball started on this Monday, and everything was going great. I hit a couple of home runs, which was lovely. Had some good plays, but then all of a sudden I was at bat, hit the ball, was running to first base, and I had put the bat down. So the top of the bat went into the ground, and then the handle part of the bat just went timber onto my calf muscle as I was about to run to first. So very lightly, but my calf muscle was engaged. So it just went and got really angry with me. And I hobbled to first base. I made it to base. But anyhow, I've been not moving around as much as I would like to be. So Tuesday, pretty much I was on the sofa all day in pain. I couldn't even touch it. But I did ice and all that kind of stuff. And then every day it keeps getting better and better. But having the quilt and setting it up, like I still can't walk normally because the strain on the back of the calf when you take a step is sometimes excruciating. Anyways, I am definitely on the mend, and I've been warned that I have to be perfectly fine by next Thursday because we're going away, a bunch of friends of ours, and I'll be talking more about that later in the episode. But not fun. So also later in the episode, I'm going to show you some of the new items that I made for vending at the second weekend and Stitch North as a vendor. I had plans on already having that on my website, all the pictures taken and everything on there. But I was a little injured and incapacitated, or however you want to word it. I just wasn't able to do that. So that will definitely happen sometime this weekend into next week. I'll have them all up. But I'll show you a light sampling of some of the fun things that I made because I was pretty proud of them. So on that note, let's get into what I'm wearing because I actually have a finished object that I'm wearing. So this is my Alive and Kicking by Melanie Berg. You guys had seen me working on this a little while ago, a few episodes ago. It's Mid-Knit Cravings yarn. They're a sister group based out of Saskatchewan, Canada. And the color name is Diffraction. So I'll stand up a little bit because I just have capris on because it's warm. So here it is. It came out perfect. I love it. It's A-line, so lots of room. It sits just perfectly at my hip bones. But yeah. Oh, I'm so happy how this came out. Mid-Knit has such a great plump yarn. Feels good in your hand when you're working with it, but then when it's the finished product is very drapey and very nice. I love it. I love it. It's very comfortable. I set up everything, all my stuff here on my table for recording. And then I had to go down to my basement because we put the air conditioning on because it's very warm here today in Shelburne, Ontario, Canada. And I had to cool down. So I went down and deleted all kinds of emails because that gets out of control. So sat down there and got nice and cool. So, but I have a finish. Woohoo! I probably have a picture of Dawn from Codependent Knitters. She sat with me at Stitch North the first weekend, and I'm pretty sure she's wearing hers on the picture that I have. We'll see. Anyhow, she had finished hers, and if you go on to her YouTube channel, Codependent Knitters, she does it with her friend Lisa. They do it, and she's wearing it there and talks about it. And hers is lovely, lovely. So I was hoping to have it done for Stitch North. I was so close, but I was hoping to have it done and ready so we could wear it together and be twinsies. But next year, we can do it next year, Dawn. Anyhow, so happy about that. And then I have another finish. I'm not going to wear it, but I have a trusty companion that's wearing it instead. Here we are. So this is the Bonnie Isle hat from the Shetland Wool Week 2022. So, oh, I love how it came out. The only thing though, and I'll show you a picture of what it would look like if I had picked better colors in this section, because I wanted more of the blue. So here, this is supposed to be an anchor, but the way that my color choices worked for the other areas, it didn't work for this to produce the anchor. But it's fine, I love it anyways. And then here, I didn't read the chart right. So this wave pattern should be just like this wave pattern, but I ended up doing the whites. So they're white caps. That's what I'm saying, they're white caps. Anyhow, but yeah, it turned out fantastic. It fits really well. This is what I block it on, my little styrofoam head person. And yeah, so that's ready. And then you end up with quite a bit like left over of the yarns. So I have them here. They're all Jameson Shetland Spindrift. So that's what it is. And these are my colors right here. So as you can see, like this one I got 2 of, but I have quite like more than half of the ball still left. So what I've done is I've picked 3 other colors, a red, a black, and a yellow, to mix with, I think this, I'm not sure, I can't remember. I didn't even take a picture, but I gotta plan it out again because I need 6 colors. This is 5. I need 6 colors for 2023 Shetland hat. So I am going to be starting that very soon. They released the pattern April 28th, the Friday of Stitch North, and it was a digital purchase of £1. So I purchased that and have it ready in my knit companion, and I'll probably start it in a week or so, and then it'll be totally ready for Shetland Wool Week 2023. I can't wait, so excited. But here, I'll go quickly through the colors. So this is, I should put my glasses on, sorry. Oh, that's much better. So 304 white, 304 white. All right, 123 Oxford, 259 Leprechaun. That's a really nice green. Look how heathered and nice it is. All those different fleck colors in it. Beautiful. 122 Granite. So it's a light gray. Yeah, the color keeps changing. That's pretty true. And 258 Peacock. This is definitely one of my favorite colors. It has a little bit more turquoise to it than what it's showing on the screen. a little more green to it. That's fantastic. So another finish. So that's the Bonnie Isle hat, and it's from Shetland Wool Week. So I'm pretty sure if you go on Shetland Wool Week 2022, you could purchase the pattern now. I'm pretty sure. I'll look into that and put it down below, a link to it, but it came out really good. I'm very happy with that. Very happy. Move that right over. Okay, so those are my knitting finishes. I do not have any cross stitch finishes. I have some sad news about my attendee weekend, but I'll get to that in a moment. But I do have a knitting whip, so I'm going to show you that real quick, because the rest of it will all be about Stitch North. So you guys have seen this before. This is the Ilha by Lorraine Sushi. So I'll put it down below here and probably down below. The last time you saw it, I was maybe right here. But I've done all of this, and now I've started the raglan sleeve. So it's got kind of like a cable. There you go. A little bit of cables and eyelets. It's really pretty. So I'll put a picture of it here. The sample or the pattern picture is a long sleeve. I'm doing short sleeve with that same sleeve detail. Now I'm hoping to get to the point of separating for the sleeves. So I'm just working the body so I can take this with me to Montreal next weekend. But we'll see. I'm gonna try. But I'm doing it in Barocco Remix Light in color 6960. And this yarn, it feels so great, but it's 30% nylon, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, and 9% linen. And it just has a great feel to it. It'll be very light and airy to wear. And that's why I'm making it into a short sleeve, because then I can wear it all year round. You know, in this winter, I wear a turtleneck underneath it, black turtleneck. It'll look real cool. Summertime, little sundress underneath. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress on that. And it's gonna look really great. So yeah, I did all the major cables and lace work and all that kind of stuff. So now it's just knitting and doing the increasing for the raglans. So let's hope I can get it to a certain point so I can bring it with me to Montreal, and hopefully I'll get quite a bit done. I have some other plans as well, but I'll talk to that at the end. All right. So Stitch North 2023. So last year was the first inaugural Stitch North weekend, and there was only the one. We had a fantastic time. And there was such a great response to it that Caroline, who is the owner of Evertote, and organized with her team the whole weekend, had decided to do a 2-weekend event. So it was April 28th to 30th, and then the second weekend was May 5th. Yeah, May 5th to the 7th. So Friday to Sunday. So it was at the Courtyard Marriott in Brampton, Ontario, same place that it was at last year. And I arrived there Thursday night and stayed in the hotel, went down to the lobby, met up with some friends, Dawn and Heather from Timber Yarns, Susan and Maria from England. She was a little jet lagged, but she's Diamonds and Stitches. I think Diamonds and Stitches. I'll have all that information down below. Anyhow, so we had a lovely night chit-chatting, and it was really warm in that lobby. So anyhow, we had fun talking and getting all caught up. And then Friday, we got sort of semi set up at our table. And then I pretty much shopped. I shopped, got my shopping bug all out, and then I finally sat down and got some work done. Excuse me, sorry. So I'll talk to you about all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna start off with the little gifts. So everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people will, you know, my table mates will make little gifts, and everybody will get it. Or some people would make, like, and I have a few of them, they would make floss drops for pretty much all the attendees, and would walk around and hand out their floss drops and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to show you a little bit of that stuff. And then, all right, I was using that one. So here we all are. So I'll get those done first. I'm not going to remember all the names, but I'll do my best. Just know I really appreciate it. It was so much fun being there. It's a whole vibe, you know. You get everybody loves doing the same type of thing, and you know, different facets of it, but same thing. And you just get inspired and watch and learn, and just, yeah, it's a great time. It's a great time. So I got some floss drops from Blarney, all things crafty, and she has an Etsy shop. So there you go, Blarney Crafts. She's a character. Lovely, lovely lady. I'm not sure who this is. A nice lady that was walking around and handing these out. So again, thank you. Aren't they pretty? And we were able to pick, you know, in there. They're like really heavy duty cardstock with sparkles. And so we were able to pick our colorway, and it came with a little ring. So that's nice. Boss Stitchers with Jane and Chris. So they're on Instagram, Boss Stitchers. So again, floss drops. And I think this is somewhere close to where they live, this lighthouse. I think there's some other pictures in there, but another time. And then this is from, Stitches and Diamonds. So this is from Maria. Or sorry, Marie. And she did some floss drops and a little jewel thing. So, oops, sorry. So there you go. Oh, they're so pretty. Wow. So yeah. So I can't wait to use these. I'll have to think which project I'm going to use them on. But they're so cute. Thank you, Marie. Hopefully one day I'll make it up to England and have a little powwow with you. This is from, I'm pretty sure her name's Heather, from on Instagram. She's Kitty, I'll put it right here. I met her so many times. She's lovely. So she gave me this cute little pouch that she had stamped and dyed the color onto the canvas bag. And she put in some lovely floss drops. That's a Barbara Anna design. She put which one? Heather from Kitty Kger. That's why I couldn't Kger. I knew the kitty part. There you go. Heather. I don't know if it'll show. No, it's blurry. But I'll put it right here. Super nice, super nice. So in it was that, floss drops, some Tic Tacs, and some really nice 4200 variegated DMC. A really nice coral color. Nice corals. So 4200. So that was lovely. I was so excited, and I'll definitely be using all of that stuff. And I keep, ever since I was pregnant with my first and I would drive to work, I always keep Tic Tacs in my car, because if you're thirsty, just have a Tic Tac or two, and it'll subside, because, you know, when you're pregnant, you don't want to be stopping 10 million times to go to the bathroom and God knows where. So I always have Tic Tacs in the car for that reason. Little tricks there, little tricks, little bonuses. So the other one was from my friend Sandra, who's Fiber Insanity. She has, I think she sells bags and stuff on there. But she's Fiber Insanity on Instagram as well. And she made thread beds. So last year, she made like little needle books. It's in my thing that I use downstairs. Anyhow, she used the same fabric, so I took the same fabric so it matches. I think a few of us at our table, because we ended up having the same table, mostly of the same people, and then we added a couple of extras to our table. Each of us did. So I love it. And then from Dawn, I had my name, nice, beautiful, hot pink. It smells fantastic, this gift. But she gave us an embroidery floss drop holder. Sorry, I'll do that. Some B5200 DMC. And then I must have put this in my bag. This was from someone else, just stitching along. It's not from Dawn, but they're floss drops, just stitching along. Cute little cross-stitched bird. And then the thing that smells fantastic is she gave us each the Grove soap from the Grove. Isn't that lovely? I'll take it out so you can see it better without the plastic. It's got a little orange in it. It smells so good, like so good. The Grove Soap Company. It's cinnamony. Smells like cinnamon. Oh, I love it. Nobody but me is allowed to use it if I ever use it. Mulled cranberry mallow is what I have, but it smells very cinnamony. But oh, it's yeah. Fantastic. Put that back in there so it stays fresh as long as it can. But yeah, the whole time I've been sitting here, I've been smelling that, so which is nice. So thank you, Dawn, and thank you to everyone. It isn't necessary, but it is really nice to receive these sweet little things, right? I made stuff for the swag bag for the second weekend. I'll show you that in a minute. So I gave some to my table and a few people around, and Caroline and her team. So yeah, it was fun. So Friday, we're still on Friday when it started. So at Stitch North, when you sign in, you get your swag bag. So I'll show you what's in said swag bag. Sorry. Noise. Some of it I can't show you because I'll just tell you. So we got a pattern from Bendy Stitches Design, so from Michelle Bendy, and it has like a peacock on it and another bird, and it has some words around it. So I can't show you, but it's really sweet. I know if you look on Instagram, Rai Magai, he finished it already. I think with his own floss choices, and it came out really great. He was very speedy on that, so that was awesome. Rocky Mountain Needle Minders. We got a cute little snowman. I'm trying to move him, so we'll just put him sideways so you can see all the info. So it's Karen, and then she has it on Facebook where you can find her. So I talked about her last year because I bought a few needle minders from her, and I had the corgi butts. If you remember me saying corgi butts over and over again. But anyhow, so that's what we got in the swag bag from her. Cute little snowman. From Pastime Pieces, she has a lovely shop in Blenheim. I knew that. I was talking about that before. I knew it was Blenheim. And she gave on, everybody's was slightly different, but it was a floss ring with a bling, floss bling. I'll take it out so you can see it. So all of them had sort of Canadian theme because there was quite a few Americans at Stitch North, which was lovely, and across the pond, and yeah, all over the place. So it was lovely. So we got a 2023 charm, and then mine has Anna Green Gables. So from the story Anna Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery, and that's Megan Follows, who played Anne of Green Gables. So yeah, and a 2023 charm. That's backwards. Feels like this year's going backwards. And this is all of Marlene's information for her shop. And she has quilt fabrics, patterns, wool, and cross stitch. So Pastime Pieces. That's her logo. Yeah, super nice lady. She was there last year as well. Came with a nice chocolate mint candy. She was there last year, and I bought stuff from her there last year, and I bought some stuff this year. Yeah. What else are you gonna do when you're at those things, right? It's your only really opportunity to do that. So this was from a little postcard from D's 20 Stitches, uncannycari.com. So just a greetings, a cute little postcard. Brennan needles. So I can't show you this, but I can show you the floss and the fabric. So this was the fabric. So it's like a pretty turquoise aqua almost. And Maban, M-A-B-A-N is the floss. So Brennan needles. So it's Patty Brake and Cheryl. Oh, her last name's just escaping me, but Cheryl dyes the floss, and Patty dyes the fabric. And they are a team that work together, and they're Bryn and Needle. Yeah. And they're based out of Newfoundland. Fantastic ladies. I love them to death. We had a great first weekend and second weekend because they've ended for both. And yeah, I had a lot of fun. So I'll be showing pictures. I don't know when I'll be showing it, but you'll just see pictures, okay? I don't know what I'm going to do in editing land. So the other thing we got was, can't show you too much, but this is from Sheba Designs. She gave us a little discount code, so I'm not going to show you that. But some buttons and a 2023 charm and Sheba Designs. But I'll be showing you a bag I had purchased from her, and she vended, I think, the one day on the Saturday, the one day on the first weekend, and 2 days, the Saturday and Sunday on the second weekend. But she does lovely vinyl front bags, and yeah, so that's what she had put into the swag bag. This is Canadian Stitchery. And so it says, the postcard says, welcome to Stitch North. Freddy Frog is not one to fear. Instead, you should hold him very dear. Pin him on your bag or purse, and he will protect you from the frogging curse. So you got a little frogging pin. Oh my gosh, he's cute. So I won their grand prize. So you'll be seeing that soon, but it's Canadian Stitchery. I'll just show you back here. This was their hours that they were going to be at Stitch North on the first weekend. I gotta mute that. And that's their website there. So all their things are wood with all the holes made out to do, and then they come as kits, and you do the stitching right in the holes on the wood. But I'll show you in more detail when I get that. So from Tiny Modernist, we got a pattern, and it says, take it one stitch at a time. And I can show you the front pattern, what it'll look like. So that's gonna be fun. That looks like it'd be a fairly quick one to do. Yeah, fairly quick, nice and small. This is from the sewing shop. So a lovely young lady that was there, and she has these kind of resin. I should take this out. It's sealed. I'm sorry, hold on. See, when I got back, I didn't have time to do any of this because I was still sewing for the second weekend a little bit, and I was in super prep mode. So there we go. So that's her shop, the sewing shop. The sewingshop.ca/shop. And these are these cute resin things with stamps in them, and that's a stamp from Australia of a frog. I love frogs. That's a nice one. I'm glad I got that one. So there's that. We received from the Shakespeare's Peddler, so Teresa Vinette, we all received a pattern that she had given to Caroline to put in our swag bags, because she's just awesome. She wasn't there, which would have been really nice to meet her, but yeah, the Kitten Stitcher, she's the Kitten Stitcher on YouTube, and that's a really pretty sampler. I'm not a huge person on samplers, but I really like, I have a thing for balance and all that kind of stuff, so I really like that. So that'll be fun to do one day. Let's save that for after. We received this from Textured Treasures. So it's called Celtic Millennia. So this is what the full pattern looks like. So it's a mixture of cross stitches, satin stitches, and specialty stitches. So they had a lot of lovely kits there at the shop that they had set up, and they were there for both weekends as well. And that's an up close of that. Oh, even beading. That's really pretty. Celtic Millennia. Textured Treasures. And then when I signed up, like Caroline had on Evertote had if you wanted a kit. So they often do like a special collaborated kit where you get a bag and a pattern and the floss and all that kind of stuff, right? So I had picked yes to get that, and we receive it at Stitch North. So it's a Stitch North exclusive for a little bit. I think it'll be on sale in a couple of weeks maybe. What's left on evertote.com or .ca, evertote.ca. And so in it, oh, we got another Stitch North pattern. I can't show that. From Maximum Cross Stitch. So it's a Stitch North kind of thing. And then this is the I'm jumping, I'm sorry. This is the floss to go with that Stitch North pattern that I can't show you because it's not a picture of it. So it just says Stitch North 2023 with kind of make it interesting. We got a maple candy. These are really good. I really like these. And this was the needle minder for this year, and I love it. I love it. It's hard to show. Stitch North, and then all the sky, starry sky. So it's gold and black. It's probably, oh no, it's a little too shiny. So those, so I got the kit, but then the kit, it's hard to explain. Caroline explains a little bit better on her YouTube channel. So there's between two whips for Evertote, and then I think she explains it as well, probably on her Evertote. I haven't watched the episode yet, but she's talking about Stitch North 2023 on there. But this is kind of an offshoot of the kit pattern that we got. That's going to be a full year kind of plan. Like I said, I'm not explaining it well, but she will explain it much better. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, so this is the offshoot of the other pattern I'm going to show you, and that's it there. So she's showing kind of the birds and the flowers on a darker fabric. So we got the pattern in our swag bag for this. And this is from 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. Her name is Leanne. And yeah, they've done a collaboration with them. Her, I should say. And yeah, it's really, really nice. Really nice. And the idea that they have is that the 9 patch. So there's going to be different patterns. I'm not going to try and explain it. Anyways, you're going to have multiple of those, and you'll end up getting a 9 patch out of it. I'm messing that up totally. So, on that special note, I'll show you the kit. So, here we have, so this is the pattern, and Dawn started this on the weekend. She actually finished the one bird. I'm not sure if she finished this one or this one. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. She finished one of the birds. So that's what the pattern looks like. It's called Sing After the Storm by 1897 Schoolhouse Samplers. So there's, and you'll be able to get these from Caroline's site soonish. But it'll be like the pattern, the floss, and possibly the fabric, but not the bag. The bags will be separate. So that's the pattern. It's on panettone, and I picked, just for something different because it was smaller, I picked 28 count even weave. Sorry. So it's a nice kind of cafe au lait color almost. And then here is the Floss Pack. Ooh, so pretty. Isn't that lovely? I'm not taking it out, I'm sorry. I don't want it to get all messy. But that's the Floss Pack. And that's the pattern. Woo! That's the pattern. So it's going to be really, well, I know it's great because Dawn started hers, but she didn't do it on panettone. She picked a different fabric because she didn't get the kit, but she bought kits that were available there. Anyways, she has more of a gray tone, and it looks really nice on that too. Really nice. So I opted for the one that had the bag. So she was doing a bunch, her and her team were doing a bunch of 9-patch project bags to go with this project and the whole idea of it. And I received this one. Isn't that pretty? I love this fabric right here. So nice. So there's my 9-patch Evertote bag, and it's just solid on the back. And so I will be harboring this project in this bag. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So she has leftovers of these. They're all different, So eventually she have all of those posted on her website, evertote.ca. And when we got our floss pack in our thing, there was a little card that says, bring this ticket to, let me move this up. Bring this to get one free Roxy Floss Co. floss. So I went over and I perused for a bit and I picked this one, which is Cheshire. It's a nice deep plum. Really, really nice. I love it. So we'll see what that comes out to be. I think this would make like a nice little, I don't know, you know, you see those little smalls, like Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery has a lot of those. Do like a little small ornament, or yeah, it's really pretty. I really like it. Stop caressing it, Candice. So yeah, so that was the kit. And the swag bag. So already that's a lot. So exciting. Loved every minute of it. So what I'll do is I'll show you what I purchased next really quick. There's a bit, but not too much. And then I will talk about some other stuff and actually what I stitched. So let me just move this over here so it's easier for me. I got piles everywhere. All right, so I started at Rocky Mountain Needle Minders, and I'll put her information down here below. So I got a few more needle minders, and they're the cutest things ever. So I got this cute little sheep wearing some stripy socks or stockings. I don't know. They're red anyways. He's really cute. I couldn't resist him. The other one was another sheep. Oh, I went all sheepy. Was this rainbow sheep? Like, look at his face. That reminds me of my dog, Molly. Just the face. And then I got a sweet little llama. Or alpaca, llama, I don't know. But, so those are the 3 stitch needle minders I got. She always puts them in a pretty little package when you pick them. And then she has these fantastic, I guess they're needle counters, stitch counters. Let me get them all out. So I got 3 strawberries and 2 balls. So there you go. I'll hold them up for you. So see, so 3 strawberries and 2 balls. And what they have, she has the guard on it. I'll use the pretty red one. So it has the guard. So say for example, you're trying to count your stitches over for a border, or you know, you can have this here, hold it in position, put it through, and then make your way to that place with your thread. So nice and sharp, but not too big that it will make a giant hole. And then you have a little, almost like a brooch guard, so that you don't hurt yourself, which I'm pretty sure I would do if I didn't have those. So yeah, so I got 3 of those. So if you go onto her Facebook page, she has everything all there. She's from Canmore, Alberta in Canada, and she's super nice, super nice. And yeah, this is my 2nd time meeting her, so it was great. Where should I put these? I'll just put them here because it's all the same now. So then, right around from Rocky Mountain was Bryn and Needles, so Patty and Cheryl. And I went and shopped there and got some hugs. So, so I'll start with the fabric. So I had gotten the 32 count Belfast. It's called Midnight on the Bay. Ooh, la, 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 la. Isn't that gorgeous? I have no idea what I'm doing on it, but I think something like white or like a silver on that, all one color, would look fantastic. I'm not a Halloween person, so I don't think I'd put anything like that on it, but it's so nice. I really like that. I don't know, I just liked it, had to have it, so that's the way I shop. The other one is called, it's a 28 count Mozzie Day. So all their names have referred to some sayings or like landmarks in Newfoundland. They're both from Newfoundland. And next year when I go there, I'm gonna hook up with Patty and we're gonna hang out. It's gonna be so much fun. Anyhow, it's like a gray, like a mottled gray with taupes. Yeah, it's not really showing true on there. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but isn't that, oh, it's so nice. So I got this one because I picked Floss first that I really liked. And as you can see, I gravitate to that one color and they called it the Danny Gorgon, sorry. So I got this beautiful color of like petrol or peacock kind of blue. Oh, it's so nice. And then puffins and bergs. So puffins are the birds and bergs probably meaning icebergs. And it's a speckle. See how Cheryl does that? Lovely speckle in the yarn. See, like yarn, but in the floss. And it's so neat how it turns out. So I got these two to go together. I'm losing all my flosses. And I think they go together fantastically. And then I'm gonna do probably, because what warrants these two colors is a modern folk embroidery. I tell ya, I love that Jacob. You can do so much with it. All his designs. But isn't that gonna look great? I think that's gonna look fantastic. So I have to pick a pattern to start on that. Don't know when that's gonna get started, but hopefully I'll have more time for cross stitch. I just haven't been able to fit the time in. But that'll change. So this is from Then I Made Myself over to Evertote. And I already shopped quite a bit at Evertote with the kits and all that kind of stuff. So I just checked out the fabric because I don't really need, but I was like, oh, I have to have that. So this is 32 count linen called Candy Apple. Isn't that gorgeous? It's lightly modeled, like very lightly. You can't even see it on here. It's just blowing out. Maybe if I go back here, you can see a little tiny bit. But isn't that, oh my gosh, I love this. I have no idea what I'm gonna do on it. Oh, that's too bright. Oh, reds are horrible on here. But it doesn't show you exactly how it is because it is really, really stunning. It just shows too bright on the screen. But I don't know, I'm gonna think and see what I can do on this. But it's gonna be nice. If anything, I can do multiple ornaments or something on it, right? I got 1/4 of a yard. It's 32 count, so I get lots of little ornaments if I go that route. We'll see. We shall see. But I love it. So that's what I got at Evertote, and that's by Roxy Floss Co. Her linen. And then, was she there Friday? I think it was Friday. She set up Sheba Designs because I wasn't there Saturday, and I'll get to that in a minute. Anyhow, so sad. So sad. So this is the one I had purchased from her. So that's the inside vinyl. Sheba Designs. Her name is Melissa. She has an Etsy shop, so I'll link that below. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love yellow and gray together. It looks fantastic. In the knitting land, they call it Grello. But, ooh, I'm really happy with that one. So I've got a few of her bags, and that's really pretty. So now I gotta find a project to put it in. Not a problem. And then I made myself my way inside, and I went to Pastime Pieces, Marlene, and shopped her shop when the line was down a little bit, because the lines were big and right at the beginning. So I got this pattern called Hands on Design, by Hands on Design, sorry, First Frost. I probably won't finish it the way that it's finished, which is like a bell. I'll just do it rectangular. I'm sorry, all that noise. But that's the pattern there. And she had the sample made up in the bell as well. And it was really pretty. I really liked it, but I'll just do it like a straight pillow. But isn't that, yeah, I really liked it. I'm pretty sure I'll have lots of things that'll work with it. I did a pattern, fabric and floss subscription with Traditional Treasures in Canada. Traditional Stitches, oh my goodness. Traditional Stitches in Canada, in Alberta. And I did that for about 1.5 years. So I have lots of floss and fabric that I can do different things and do my own thing with it. Changing things up doesn't frighten me. I'll jump in and just do whatever, because that's how I am. So the other one I've gotten from Pastime Pieces, I got this pattern, Rejoice Evermore, by With Thy Needle and Thread. Oh my goodness, words. So this, in the colorways, look very similar to the one Forever and Ever, A Celebration of Love, that I'm doing in commemoration to my mom. And the colors are very similar, and I really like, you know, the balance and all that kind of stuff. And the color in the house is fantastic. It's got curtains. See, curtains. So I fell in love with this one. So I purchased the pattern for this, so that eventually will be hung up with my Forever and Ever, which is also by Brenda Gervais, With Thy Needle and Thread. Oh my goodness. No, thread. So, I went to my table, and then Cheryl from My Needle Crafts, I see the logo. Anyways, I'll put it right here. She has a bag making business as well. Fantastic lady, and really great products. She says, oh, Evertote, her and Dawn said Evertote has a floss pack for it. And I'm like, really? So off I scurry to their table, and I got their floss conversion. You're not really going to be able to see too well. There. Yes, you will. Because I'm not taking it out until I'm ready to do it. But that's their floss conversion of this pattern. And eventually I'll get this all started. It's already on a ring and everything. So yeah, so I got Roxy floss to go for this pattern. And then I'm pretty sure I have fabric. I for one that doesn't cross stitch as much as she does, I have a lot of cross stitch stuff. But it's all good. It's all good. I'll get to it eventually. So that's what I purchased on the weekend. So I missed out on 2 or 3 vendors on the Saturday. I know I missed out on Dee's 20 stitches. So he's on YouTube, and I missed out because Saturday I woke up with a horrible, horrible migraine. And that was the third one in my whole entire life. I woke up with a raging, booming headache and was a little sick to my stomach. And yeah, so I didn't go down until 9:30 at night to get a cup of tea and some more water. But luckily my roomie, Diane, she took care of me. Brought me soup, brought me tea, you know, kept me company for a little bit, went back down. So, but yeah, I started feeling better by like 7-ish. But by then it's like, ugh, I'm not going down to stitch, or I still didn't have good function with my eyes, so I just knit. Diana brought up all my cross stitch for me to do. And I tried, and my brain just could not function and do that. So I was planning on working on the Modern Folk Embroidery 2023 style, which is Reaching Skyward. So I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like here. I still have yet to put a stitch in that thing, and we're in May. So I'm very behind. Not that I was going to stay on time with that, I knew that, but especially where I didn't really get everything until the beginning of February, my yarn, my fabric, and my floss. Anyhow, so I will start that at some point, probably in the next week or so, I'm hoping, because I want to at least get it started. But yeah, that put a little kink in my weekend, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I got Friday, all day Friday. And Sunday, you know, it's very quick and whirlwind, and probably somewhere in all this stuff I've been putting pictures, so I don't know where things are going to be. What I did work on the Friday was my Modern Folk Embroidery 2020 sale. I really want to get that done this year. I've put it on my WhipGo board quite a few times. And, you know, even without WhipGo, I'll work on it whenever I kind of feel like it. It's a great project because it's just one color. You know, whip through a bunch of flosses and away I go. So I'll show you a picture of kind of where I started. I had done a few vines before I took a picture, so that's kind of how it was a little bit. I think I did one strip of floss. Yeah, one floss, and then I took the picture. I remembered. So this is where I ended up. So I pretty much did all in here, all the little things and all of, you know, the vining. So that's all of June done. So now I'm bumping over to July next. So yeah, that's more than halfway now. Oh goodness. So yeah, so I hope to have a finish, but I did all that after all the shopping and socializing. Lots of socializing. It was fantastic. I saw Shiloh. Shiloh and I are going to try and get together when I go to Nova Scotia this year and have a little hangout and get caught up. And yeah, I saw a lot of YouTubers, podcasts, and people like from the Peel Stitchin'. I saw a lot of the ladies that I had met when I went there last November or December, I think it was. We had all gone down, and yeah, so it was a great weekend, but still not over. So at each event, there's always, you get a ticket when you register, and it's for door prizes. So there were so many door prizes. The vendors would donate door prizes. Just random attendees would make stuff and donate for door prizes. It was lovely. It's just so lovely. So I actually won one. I never win at those things, ever. So I won, and I won from, like I had mentioned, Canada Stitchery. It's on here. Yeah, Canadian Stitchery. And I won this beautiful map of Canada. Oh, I love it. I love this. I started a long time ago a pillow for embroidery with satin stitch of the map of Canada. I taught it as a class back when I had my quilting studio where I taught quilting and other kinds of stuff. And I'm not done. I should be, but I'm not. So I should pull that out. But isn't that fun? So it's a kit. I'm going to have to pull out the wood part. And you get even like the leather tie to hang it. You get all the flosses, all pre-ready to go, all labeled by province. And then, can I get that out? There we go. So I just don't want to show the pattern because you can see it. Not that there's a huge difference, like, it's fine. But isn't that incredible? So all the holes are laser cutted out, and then you just cross stitch in those holes. And you make your X's, and each province is a color, right? So I am in Ontario. Oh, even comes with the needles. That's awesome. Ontario is green, so there you go. Green is for Ontario, and I can't tell upside down. Oh. There we are. This is us. That's Ontario. Can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. So thank you, Canadian Stitchery, for me winning this prize. It was a great door prize to put in. I'm looking forward to starting that. And I'll put their information down below here and also down, but they have like sweater ornaments, and they have that frog. So they were the ones that gave that frog pin. They have like a little frog ornament. They have all kinds of different shapes and cutouts, and yeah, it's a really neat idea. Fantastic for kids that just want to kind of get started and do some of that stuff. It's nice and easier for them, slightly, but yeah. So thank you, and I still can't believe I won. Oh, it was awesome, awesome. So then Sunday came, since I missed out on Saturday, and last year I had started one of my mini masterpieces. Oh, I think it was Poppy Fields. Yeah, Poppy Fields by Claude Monet, I think. So this year I am doing Tiny Japanese Bridge by Claude Monet. I don't have a picture here, so I'll put a picture of what it's going to look like. And also the original artwork. I'll put that on the edit. And I don't need to show you that. These are the flosses. They're kind of messy. So because I've had multiple businesses, these aren't really nice floss drops. I'm just reusing, because I have boxes of old business cards. I just use those for my floss drops for now. And so these are all DMC. And I got a little start. This is my top. There you go. My little start on Sunday. Anyhow, these don't take very long, but yeah. So right now I have 3 of the mini masterpieces done. This will be my 4th. And then I'm just gonna keep going. So I want to have like a bunch of them, at least 10 to 15 of them, so I can put them on my wall. Well, it'll have to be an even number, maybe. Anyways, and then I'm gonna frame them all at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna stretch it over canvas or put them in actual frames. I don't know yet, because they're all slightly different. Some are slightly rectangular, some are full-on square, but they're all small. So that is my start on that this way. I write, because I have so much extra, I just write in pen or pencil top, because it's all confetti-like, and it's hard to know where you actually are unless you write that. So I just write top, because all of that will be in behind the framing or cut off, one of the two. So that's what I got done. So those were my projects for attending at Cross Stitch 2023, the first weekend. I'm really sad about Saturday, like really sad, but what can you do? What can you do? I had a really good friend and roommate that took care of me. That's the best part. Thank you, Diane, again. I felt bad for her that, you know, she had a lame roommate, but it's all good. So the second weekend was May 5th to 7th, and I was a vendor there for As I Can Sew Make That. Sorry, I gotta remember to look at the camera. It's been a while. I want to apologize too for taking so long for this podcast to come out. I was just sewing like a banshee for Stitch North, and after the long weekend, I will be sewing like a banshee for Kawartha Lakes in June. I think it's June 10th or 11th. Anyhow, so like I received a swag bag, all the attendees for the second weekend received a swag bag. So as a vendor, I have to participate in putting something into the swag bag. So I went probably a little crazy and overboard. I made, everybody got one of these. So I'll take it out in just a moment. So just tied it up in cellophane. I'm sorry. Is that less noisy? I hope it is. I should have cut that off before I came, but I'm sorry, I forgot. Oh my goodness, that was good on there. Everybody had scissors at their table, so it would have been fine. Anyhow, so in here, what I made was these cute, because my thing is fabric with denim. So all my project bags, storage things, all have denim, either blue, brown, black, or gray, with nice quilter's cotton, some kind of pretty fabric. So in each one, they got an Ort holder. So it just stands there. It's nice and travelable. It can squish, and then you can bring it back out. Has nice, yummy candies. I put Jolly Ranchers in all of them. And then it just has my logo. So it sits on the table just like that. And you put your Orts in. So as a knitter and a cross stitcher, I have a mixture of yarn and floss in mine. That's on my side table by my sofa, where I do all my crafting most of the time in the evenings. So everybody got one of these lovely things. So I have quite a few left. Well, not quite a few. I just cut, sewed, and I had what I had. So I needed 225 for the swag bags, And I had some extras, so I gave some out on the first weekend. So to my table and, you know, Shiloh and a couple other podcasters, Maria and Susan. AJ from Alyssa from her YouTube is not her YouTube, her Instagram is AJ Stitches. Can't remember what her YouTube's called. I subscribe. I guess it's just Alyssa Jones. Anyhow, I gave her one, gave her big hugs. So it was really nice meeting her. But yeah, so these will eventually be on my website. I haven't worked out price or anything like that, but I gotta take pictures of everything. So because of my silly injury, none of my pictures were able to be done because I just couldn't walk, bend, stand. My husband and children have had to bring me my tea or coffee to where I sit because I couldn't walk with a hot beverage. I could walk with my glass of water, but not a hot beverage because it just would have spilled all over me and the dog, and yeah, it wouldn't have been a good thing. So very proud of those. Those were super cute and fun to make, though it was a lot. So don't think I'll be going that route next year if I vend. I hope to vend. I hope to vend at both of them, but it all depends on, you know, the situation, and they'll be working on that probably in a month or two. But yeah, fingers crossed I can go back. I had a great time. So again, while I'm talking, I'll show you pictures, little video clips while I'm talking, so you don't have to look at me the whole time. But here I am going to show you some of my new products. So my cross stitch bags. So they are approximately 14 by 14 finished, maybe 13 and a quarter, 3/4. But they can fit a big enough for an 11 by 11 Q-snap. So here's just an idea. So this is like blue denim with a pretty fabric on top. Inside, I have my stamped logo. So you know where you got it from. So that's with the blue denim. This is with a gray denim. Just different things. I had quite an array of fabrics. This is with the brown denim. And yeah, so these will be on my website soon. Like I said, this is just a small smattering. I have every kind of fabric. I have Christmas. I have funk. A lot. I have a lot. I just had fun. I only buy fabric I like. So yeah. And what I did was I would make multiples of all. Some of them would have blue denim and then brown denim. And I mixed it all up. So you had lots of choices. The other thing I made was on thread bed and needle organizer. So what I did was on the denim, I sewed hexagons on there, English paper pieced, stitched them down, have my logo here, and matching snap. And then inside, you have the thread bed part, so the floss sticks to that. It's fusible fleece. And then on each of these felt sheets, I guess you'd say, is 24, 26, 28, and miscellaneous. Because a lot of times I'll be working on something and then I put my needle down and it's hard for me to know what size needle that is. Sometimes you do smalls on Ada and, you know, on linen 32 count or 40, you're going to use a size 28 needle. And so there's a difference. And between those two, it's easier to tell the difference. But I find this, I create things out of necessity. And I needed some way of knowing which size was what. Yeah, and miscellaneous could be something like beading or, you know, canvas ones or, yeah. So quite an array of these as well in my shop, and not yet will be. I have to still, I have a lot of picture taking to take. Oh, here's another version. So of the needle thing I brought too. With the yellow, there's that grello again, popular. And then I bound it as well, stitched it down and bound it, each one. And then this one was super awesome. So this one does double duties for multi-crafters. So I will be making a ton of these again for cross stitchers because this is my very last one left. This is for cross stitchers, a scroll rod holder. So you have your project on your scroll rods. These are empty. And then you just roll it up and store it. And you could probably store more than one in here. And snap it. And then you can hang it up. So that is a 22-inch scroll. So the whole unit is about 27 inches long. So even if they stick out a little bit at the top, that's still okay as well. But a nice way to keep your project contained and safe. It's denim with fusible fleece, and then it's also lined inside. Woo. There we go. So lined inside, and then I have my little stamp with my logo. So yeah. So Carrie from Roxy Flosco, she purchased one. She's like, yay, now I can take it out of my pillowcase. So there was quite a few customers that said that they'll be putting their pillowcase back to being a pillowcase. But these were handy. So these I have to make a lot more again and get those ready, because on top of using it for scroll rods, for knitters, which I'll have at the Kawartha Yarn Festival coming up, and then also in my shop, you use it for your swifts. So this is a broken one from the shop, Wool and Silk Co. So I said, can I have it just for display purposes? So this fits perfectly in your swifts. So if you don't have a permanent place to leave it set up and clamped to a table, you can store it away and protect it in a swift holder. So for swifts or for scroll rods. That's fantastic. So I have only the one left. I ended up selling my version because the customer wanted the color that I had. I don't need to take it out. The color that I had. So I'm going to be very busy sewing. Very busy. So you probably won't see me for a bit. But that being said, before I get on to that topic, I just want to say thank you to everyone at both Stitch North weekends. First one for just your friendship and kindness and excitement. It was a great, great time. Even though I missed a day, I still had a great weekend, and I loved every minute of it. And then for the second weekend, when I was a vendor, thank you to everyone that came to my booth and just had a chat, whether you purchased or not. I had so many fantastic conversations with all you lovely stitchers. My neighbor Patty Brake and Cheryl, we had fun. We gabbed a lot in between customers. And my friend Jax, who came on Friday and helped me at my booth. Thank goodness for her. It was a great weekend, and I really, really appreciate you coming to see me and seeing what I truly enjoy making for makers and just helping you stay organized. So Thank you. So on that special note, next weekend for us, I am recording this today. It is May 12th, Friday, May 12th. So next weekend for us here in Canada is Victoria Day weekend. And it's a long weekend. And so I'm leaving with a bunch of friends and we're going to Knit City, Montreal. So it's a fiber show in Montreal. We were scheduled to go in 2020 before all that lockdown business happened. The week before we were supposed to go. It was very sad, but totally understandable. But we are now going this coming weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, the long weekend. We leave the Thursday. We're going by train. So that's going to be a noisy train car. When we get together, oh my goodness, we laugh so much. We have so much fun. And my knitting posse is the best posse, hands down. A few were missing a few on the trip, but they'll be there in spirit for sure. But we're going to leave Thursday, go by train. It's at the Delta. So where we're staying is where the convention actually is, or the fiber show. So we get to go up and down however we please. The show isn't until Saturday and Sunday, but we will be there Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, actually, by the time we get there. And we're going to tootle around. We'll go to the yarn shop, Espace Tricot, while we're there and check it out, because only one or two of us have been. I haven't, so I'm looking forward to going and visiting there, checking it out. I think we're fairly close to Old Montreal, so we're going to go traveling around there. So what I'm going to try and do is try and vlog our weekend as much as possible. It's hard for me because I'm a person that just goes and lives in the moment. But I'll force myself to bust out my phone and and show you all the fun stuff, because we are going to have a fantastic time. So my goal is to get my calf top notch so I can do all the walking every day. Since it happened, it's progressively gotten better. I'm not limping like Quasimodo as much now. But yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine by then, totally. So my knitting plans for the trip, I'm going to try and get that Ilha to a certain point so I can maybe bring that. But the only thing is, on the side, it has a cable pattern on both sides. So if it's one that I can remember easily, I'll bring it. But if it's not, it'll stay home. But it would be nice. I will probably take my boxy because it's just knitting in the round and I have to do it for 18 inches. I think I'm about probably 6 inches now. So that would be a good one to take. It's light and really easy. And then I'm going to start a Musselburgh hat by Ysolda Teague. I think it is Ysolda. And because again, once you get past the increases, you knit in the round forever till you get to the decrease part. Excuse me. And I'm for sure going to start that to bring it. Excuse me, I need water. Get dry talking to yourself. It's so weird. Anyway, so I plan on starting that probably tomorrow or tonight, just to get to past the increases and then just get to the knit in the round part. Because yeah, I could take something a little bit more complicated or that I need to follow my pattern, but we're going to be sitting there chatting and talking and, you know, going on adventures and, you know, I need mindless for that so I can enjoy the other stuff. So I'll probably just bring easy peasy stuff and work on that other more complicated stuff when I get here. So yeah, I think that's it. I've talked long enough. I'm telling you, it's just been a whirlwind lately, just a whirlwind. So I'm going to be crazy pants until June 10th, I think it is. Let me check, because that's going to bother me. Numbers don't stick in my head. This is the problem. June 10th. June 10th is when Kawartha is. Oh my. I have a lot of sewing to do. Yeah, cross stitchers are great shoppers, so they depleted me quite a bit. So I have a lot of sewing to do. Luckily, my friend Jax is gonna come help me cut fabric, so that will be. She already helped me with the cross stitch bunch, so that will definitely help. But I'm gonna try and work on getting everything uploaded onto my site for the new products. So I will post definitely on Instagram and Facebook on my page when they are live and happening. And yeah, I got a new suitcase for Knit City, which will also be my new suitcase for Scotland. So lots of things going on. I'm looking forward to the second weekend in June where I'm gonna veg. I'm truly going to veg. I've been go. So I'm gonna veg out for a bit and then continue on, right? That's all we can do. But I'm rambling now, so I just want to say thank you to everyone at Stitch North, and thank you to you guys just viewing me here. Any questions at all, please ask down below. Even if it doesn't pertain to this video, if you have a knitting question or a cross stitch question or anything like that, I will try my best to give you the best answer that I can, or a demonstration if you like, or something like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to get through this stage and then and then see what happens. But in all of that, I will continue to be crafting and having fun. So I wish you all the best, and same to you. Happy crafting. Bye, everyone.